you can do all three of those. So what it means is that if you were fishing a spot like this, I might fish right over Casey right there, right? Dead drift that little soft spot.
Okay, here we are. Friday fishing report. You can see we're out doing more than a little bit of fishing today. We're on a stream that's closed to fishing, but we're actually on the 4th day of our EWA Youth Fly Fishing Camp that we have partnered with Vashon Wilderness Program for. And today we have Jamie Glasgow from Wild Fish Conservancy out here with us. And I'm kind of giddy, I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, this was my favorite thing to do. I would see how fast I could go from here to there. What did I say about standing on flat rocks? I just literally went over that. It's okay. We averted one broken bone, I think, so far. Okay, he's fine. And he's just criminy. But this was it. I used to try to run up a river as fast as I could on these rocks like this. And so we've got 10 kids from 11 to 15 out here today. And this is where I feel our sport really brings it all home, brings everything to the table for those that are willing to actually do this, because you stick your face down in this water, which is what we're going to be doing here shortly with a snorkel, and looking at the actual habitat that these fish reside in. And we already scooped up a little tiny sea run cutthroat, Clarky or coastal cutthroat, one of our native trout species here on the west side, so the kids can see what they look like when they're in their uber juvenile state, their smolt state. So that's already got all the kids on fire. It's so awesome. You got that. So awesome. And I got this photo of one of them with, the fish sitting right in front of their face in the little photarium. So rad. So anyway, a little smoky, hazy, not as bad as, it's better now than it was when we drove up. So that's good. Our thoughts go out to everybody on the east side of the state and down in Oregon that has just been perpetually on fire this season. It's just such a bummer. And with that has come a ton of closures on rivers around the Northwest for water temp and low species return for steelhead. So umpquan Deschutes are off the table at the moment. For around here though, Middle Fork Snoqualmie was at 150 this morning, or no, 123 this morning. Really low. We don't have a lot of rain in the forecast, but the upside to that is I've got my feet in the water right now, and it's doable. It's probably low 60s would be my guess. It's cool. By afternoon in these watersheds where it's this low flow right now, it's probably starting to get a little bit warm in the afternoon, especially on hot days. So, our suggestion is not to not go fish, but rather to go fish, but be, as much as you can, thoughtful of trying to be done and out of there by noon or something like that, 12:30, 1 o'clock, something like that. Which is great. Short little stints give you the rest of the day to go do other cool stuff with your kids and stuff like that. Dry flies. It's just like, I feel like I'm kicking a dead horse. It's just dry flies. That's really all you need to do. This is like the perfect time to just hone all of the skill sets necessary for you to be able to, even in water like this, figure out where fish are and why, and how to make a presentation that's going to draw them out of that faster water that we're looking at right here and right there, because they're not going to sit in this dead stuff right now. They're too visible to predators. There's less oxygen in this water than there is in that water or that water. So I know that our entire sport has been trained to think that this is where your fish is going to be at some times of the year. Absolutely. But right now, it's going to look more like this right here. So think about that as you get on South Fork or Middle Fork or Cedar, because we've got Cedar for another 2 weeks. So get after it. Then we lose it for 9 months again. or I shouldn't say lose it. We let it be for 9 months, which it needs. Cowlets was at 23.50, so low. There's steelhead around. I'd like Scandy heads. If you've been looking for a reason, sort of branch out of Skagit casting and get into something that's going to be more, a little bit more requiring of skill in your casting portfolio with the two-handed rod. Scandy's it. This is the time to do it. Skate, longer leaders, smaller flies. Get out and have fun. Do this. Be jubilant about this. Like that's what this sport is supposed to be. Jubilant. You're supposed to be happy while doing it, right? What was the other one? Yakima 30, a little bit down actually. 35.70, I think, when I looked this morning. Mostly steady. Hoppers, caddis, streamers against the bank. Flows are high enough. You still have some walk and wade possibilities, but really it's kind of a boat fishery. Again, I think you're going to find, for like PMDs and your stoneflies and stuff like that, I'd be there early in the morning, fish that first few hours. Caddis will always be a little bit better later in the day. Midday sun, streamers, nymph if you have to. Puget Sound. Puget Sound, you've got big tide still, but we're starting to come out of the huge ones. But we still have 12 feet. At least today we've got a 12 foot, or look at that really fast. Might have been a little bit more than 12, almost -2 to about 11 and a half. So yeah, 12, 13 foot of gradient. It's shifted a little bit to where you've got incoming for most of that early morning. But then late morning, you've got a pretty decent outgoing for a bit. And then you end up with incoming back in sort of towards the end of the day. So fish when you can. And I think Mitch and I were talking about this yesterday, as were Ethan and I. I know that you get to a beach and you look at it and it looks like you could walk across kelp on it. All we've been seeing are fish bouncing around in the holes around that kelp. So, a way to think about that is, instead of feeling like you need to be able to make a cast that's 50 feet long and present that entire 50 feet, look at where you've got holes in your kelp, where you've got a 8 foot, 10 foot hole in the kelp where you can get a fly. Get your fly in that 8 or 10 feet for a few casts or a few strips, and then pick it up and put it in a new hole. Bounce around, because the kelp doesn't really bother the fish. It's more of a thing for us. Sounds like the ice cream church bells. Terrific. So don't be afraid to just still hit that beach. If you've dedicated yourself, you get there, it doesn't look perfect. Don't just give up. Like still fish it. We've been getting fish amidst the kelp. So do that. Cowlets, what else we got? Bass, carp, everything. All the warm water species are just sitting around going, hey, where are you? Because we still just aren't seeing that many people chase them. And on years like this, where we've got low water, warm water, and all that stuff, we sort of have to start trying to redirect our focus onto different species. And we have a plethora of them around here to take the pressure off our trout, our namesake watersheds. So I think that does it. Trying to think, Puget Sound, am I missing anything? Like warm water, tuna, if you can get on a tuna boat. It sounds like it's been a bit scattered, but there's tuna around. Man, more than anything, figure out how to just get out here. I haven't said it in a couple weeks, I don't think, but frequency. We still have light in our favor. It's still light early. It's still light dark, late. Fish those little fringe moments on either side of your workday, your family, around your family time, that give you little insertions of time on the water. That's what we're trying to get you to do. Be on the water 10 times a month for an hour, as opposed to one day a month for 8 hours. Okay. As always, find us on YouTube. Ask questions. Yeah, ask questions. I literally said the other day, I wish I could take a pill sometimes that would help me, or do something that would help me forget 90% of what's in my head, because there's so much here, and I'm just waiting to give it to people. That's it. So ask. I'm an open book. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great time out there. Summer's coming to a close. Look at our event schedule. We got some really cool events coming. And come see us. You can find us on Instagram. Yeah, I'm just rambling now. So happy weekend. Happy Friday fishing report. We're going to stick our faces in the water and start seeing what's below us. All right. Peace out. Have fun.
You might know a thing or two about it.